Okay, have you ever felt like there's got to be a better way to live and work? A world where nature, technology, and community aren't fighting each other, but actually working together? Well, what if I told you that world isn't just some sci-fi dream? It's actually being built right now. Today, we're diving into a concept called EcoHub, and honestly, it might just change how you see the future.
Let's start with a number, 70%. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that represent?
Well, that's the number of people who are dealing with burnout or anxiety. 70%? It's this massive, silent epidemic that's just become, well, normal. And that's not okay.
But the tough stats don't stop there. Here's another one that really gets you thinking. 1 in 3.
Yeah, that's 1 in 3 adults feeling lonely every single week. I mean, we've got all this technology to connect us, but somehow we're feeling more disconnected than ever.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The planet is burning, and so are our souls. It perfectly captures this feeling that we're facing two crises at once, one out there and one right inside of us. It's like a collective sigh.
So, what do we do? What if the answer isn't about escaping this mess, but actually rebuilding it from the ground up? What if the future we're all hoping for is already here, just waiting for us to turn it on?
And that's the whole vision behind EcoHub. This isn't just a cool idea. It's a real blueprint for a place where we finally start to heal that disconnect between us, the planet, and the tech we use every day.
So what's it actually like inside one of these places? Let's take a little tour. Because this is so much more than just a place to work. It's a totally new way of existing.
So the whole space is broken down into these interconnected zones. You've got everything from the central greenhouse and co-working spots to labs for building new things, studios for yoga and art, and even a dedicated silence zone. Each part is designed for a specific human need.
Right at the very heart of it all is the central greenhouse. Seriously, picture this. You're working on a groundbreaking new idea, and right next to you, vertical gardens are growing fresh, organic food for the community. Life and creativity literally growing side by side.
And the design philosophy behind all of this comes down to one powerful word: biophilia. It's this proven scientific idea that we humans have a deep, built-in need to connect with nature. When you design a space that respects that instinct, our well-being just skyrockets. A perfect example is the silence zone. You go in there, you're surrounded by plants, you're hearing these AI-generated natural sounds, and you can actually feel your cortisol, your stress hormone, just plummet. It's a space built to help you disconnect from all the noise and reconnect with yourself.
But look, EcoHub isn't just a pretty building with a bunch of plants. It has this invisible digital heartbeat that powers the whole community. And this is where it gets really, really cool, because this is technology that's designed to set you free, not lock you in. So you might be wondering, how do you run a place like this without managers and bosses? Well, the answer is this really smart gamification loop. It's simple. You contribute something, like helping out in the garden, you earn digital tokens called Eco Points on a super transparent blockchain. And then you use those points for real things, like getting into a workshop or even owning a piece of the project.
What this does is it completely flips the old top-down management model on its head. Instead of bosses and rigid rules, you have what's called a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. It just means the people who actually use the space are the ones who run it. Decisions are made by the community through voting with their tokens. It's fluid, it's transparent, and it's owned by everyone.
Okay, so the idea is beautiful, right? But does it actually work? Let's look at the numbers, at the real-world impact. Because these aren't just stats. This is about transformed lives.
First off, the environmental impact is huge and immediate. In just the first year, a single EcoHub is projected to stop 50 tons of CO2 from hitting the atmosphere. That's a direct, measurable win for the planet.
And the effect on people is just as powerful. Remember that loneliness epidemic we talked about? Well, this model is projected to cut feelings of isolation among members by 40%. That is a direct solution to a very real problem.
And the wins just keep coming. In year one, we're talking about a community of over 500 active members. We're talking about a dozen new, sustainable startups getting their start, and over 8,000 hours of well-being activities generated. The impact is undeniable.
So it's pretty clear this isn't just about building one cool dome. The whole point is that this is a blueprint, a model that can be picked up and launched in any city, anywhere in the world.
And let's be really, really clear about something. This is not just another co-working space with a few extra plants.
And no, this is not another crypto project full of hype and speculation. The tech here is just a tool to build a fair, transparent community that makes a real-world difference.
It's something much, much bigger. In the words of its creators, this is the first heartbeat of a new civilization. It's not just a new building, it's a whole new way to live.
And that really just leaves one final question for you. As we build this better future, one that's more connected, more sustainable, more human, are you going to be a spectator or are you going to be the heartbeat?